Welcome again to another edition of Lines and Precepts with Feyi Adesanya. And I am Feyi Adesanya. Or should I say this? I am the Feyi Adesanya. Anyway, for some time now, we've been looking at some misinterpretations and misapplications of the law of sowing and reaping. And that is making it of non-effect, so to say. And we've seen some, and I will enjoy you to check our YouTube channel to see those ones we have discussed, or even go to our site and even download the message and many other messages there in our archive. But then, the one I want to address today is that giving to the church or a minister of God is the only way to give to God. That's the misinterpretation and misapplication. And of course, the people who say this the most, or who push this the most, are preachers like myself. Okay, when I say like myself, I don't mean to say I do it, but I'm saying on behalf of all preachers, and I apologize because it is not true. It is not true that giving to God or giving to the church alone, or work or project in church, is the only way to give to God. In any case, they make you feel that when you give to other means, give to the charity, you are not giving to God. No, that is not true. And before I delve into that, let me say that it is important that you give to your church and give to the minister of God that God is blessing you through. God is teaching you through. God, that is praying over you. It is important. Galatians 6 verse 6 says, let him that is taught in the word communicate with in all good things with him that is the teacher. So it is important. You owe that to your church and to your pastor and to any minister of God who is a blessing to you. You owe that to them. However, that is not the only way to give to God. Every other form of giving you give to charity, to the less privileged, to the needy, give even to not even to the needy, but to your parents, to honor them, or to people you honor. And give to love for any good cause at all. You are giving to God by so doing. Matthew 25, Jesus said that in the last day we say to some, you saw me when I was naked and you gave me clothes. You saw me when I was hungry and you gave me food. You saw me in prison and you came to visit me. And they will say, well, Lord, when did we see you? He said, as long as you did it to any of these, my brethren. So, and the Bible says in 1 John, it says, that if you say you love God, but you hate the person you can see, he said, how then do you say you love God? And that is God. Anything you do to a man or to human beings, whether they're born again or not born again, you are doing to God indirectly. Any form of giving at all that you do, genuinely, out of love, out of honor, you are giving to God. In fact, Proverbs 19 and verse 17 says that if he that has pity upon the poor, that considers the poor, he says he gives a loan to God, and that which he has given will be repaid back to him. So God takes loan. Isn't that interesting to know? He says, and he takes his loan, especially through the needy people. When you give to the needy, you are giving directly to God. So it is not true that it is only when you give in the church, or give to a man of God, or give to a project in church, that you are giving to God. Every form of giving is unto God. Is unto God. But that said also, I need to state this, the balance of it is that no form of giving is a substitute for the other. So you cannot say because you have given to this charity, you won't give to your church. Or that you have given to the church, you won't give to your parents. Or that because you are giving to your parents, you can't give to the needy. They all have their place, and you must and you should endeavor to give in all of those things. You can't say because you can't take your tithe and say, okay, I will use the tithe and take it to the charity. Yes, it's good to give to charity, but that does not exempt you from giving your tithes. You can't use one to replace the other. Mark chapter 10, from verse 9 to 13. Jesus said that in effect, he said, you cannot say that the money you're supposed to use to honor your parents, you give it to the temple or the church. Spiritually, those of us who prove to be too spiritual may say, what? But you gave it to the church. Isn't that higher than that given to your parents? Jesus said, no, you have to give to the church just as much as you have to honor that. You see, we cannot practice one principle of God at the expense of the other and expect God to say, okay, don't worry. No. You have to practice all. You can't be selective about it. So, giving to the church is not the only way to give to God. I do hope that I've been able to be of help one way or the other in correcting these errors, these misinterpretations and misapplications. And I enjoy you to study further on your own to look at things for yourself. Till I come your way again next time, remain blessed.